Welcome to the Payday Practice segment on today's Smart Chiropractor Show. And today we're going to talk about how to achieve financial freedom, because it starts by building monthly recurring revenue. There's the punchline, so that you can have stability in your income and get off that roller coaster. We're going to explore why that's so important, as well as some of the action steps you can take today to make it happen. And step number one is going to be pick up a copy of the Payday Practice, which is the step-by-step guide. It's available on Amazon and paperback right now. But Jason, when we talk about financial freedom, the steps to get there, and why recurring revenue, monthly recurring revenue, is so important to it, why is that the case?
It's a really simple concept. It is the fact that if you know you've got monthly recurring expenses month after month after month, and if you're a practicing chiropractor, you probably have some sort of rent or mortgage or both. You've got staff or insurances and loans or all of the above. You've got a variety of financial obligations you're on the hook for every single month. And so ask yourself, if you've got to pay bills month after month after month after month, regardless of whether you show up, whether you don't show up, whether you're open, whether you're closed, they are obligations, then what we have discovered is a very simple understanding that if you could guarantee your monthly recurring revenue to pay those guaranteed monthly recurring expenses, you would find yourself in a much different place than the way most chiropractors practice, which is the hard way. Most chiropractors practice on a transactional basis that starts at zero in collections every single month. That is the hardest way you could possibly choose to practice. And if you like doing it the hard way, then that's on you, but we don't. We think that when you can get the finances out of the way, when you can know that you can feel comfortable, calm, secure, and confident that the bills you are responsible for will be handled, you've handled your responsibilities, you've handled your business, that actually changes the entire equation from selling to serving. You can now afford to serve people based on what you authentically know is in their best interest, not based on what you now need this month to catch up to whatever financial responsibilities that you have. It is flipping the business model on its head. It is approaching it from a completely different perspective, not much different than what you hope people do when it comes to their health and or pain relief. Most common approaches, hardest way, people are doing it the hardest way possible. Let's just take the medication. That'll give me the quick relief, and ignore the cause of the problem over time to let it get worse. Well, guess what? If you're practicing transactionally, starting at zero each and every month, you're kind of doing the same thing. You are focused on today's immediate gratification. You're solving the emergency without looking at the cause of the problem. The cause of the stress in your practice is most likely a financial stress. And the other problem with going back to zero each and every month and starting that way is that you can reach great goals, but oftentimes your expenses will keep on creeping up if you don't start thinking in this minimum viable monthly income type of approach. It's called handling your responsibilities, so then you can go out and have a good time. We all hopefully learned that in some version when we were kids. Get your homework done, take care of what you need to take, your chores around the house, then you're free. It's the same kind of idea. Handle your monthly recurring expenses by generating monthly recurring revenue. Now, the Payday Practice ebook, and also available on Amazon, will go into deep detail about the 3 different ways you can be generating monthly recurring revenue. And you can pick 1, 2, or all 3 and package them together in your unique individual approach to either memberships and or subscriptions. We go into a lot of detail about the different choices and that different options you have to really craft the ultimate way you want to deliver services to people. Just like other guests you'll hear us interview on Interviews by the Smart Chiropractor, you're going to see that this is doable, that people are doing it, and you can too. It starts with understanding that the goal line has changed, that the model, the business model, the thought, the approach is unlike anything you've probably been taught in chiropractic school or even by your coaches and consultants. It is a very simple methodology that the smartest people in the room and many of the largest, most valuable businesses in the world use to grow and build their solid business. You can too. We want to help you do it. It's called the Payday Practice. You can pick it up at thepaydaypractice.com or on Amazon. Jeff, this has been a labor of love, and yet it's always a challenge. We all know as chiropractors, you've got to you fit in one camp or the other. Do I give people what they think they want, or do I go through the effort, the chore, to teach them what they really need? In our case, we know what they need. They need to be able to handle their finances so they can bring the fun back in practice. Jeff, your thoughts?
I could not agree more. I think building monthly recurring revenue is something every single chiropractor on planet Earth needs to understand. And the beautiful part about this is we've spoken to chiropractors that practice just about every single way you can imagine, and there is a way to generate monthly recurring revenue regardless of how you approach practice. That's the beauty of building a payday practice, is it's really crafting your membership and subscription. Now, how do you do that? That's where we're going to actually pick up the book. It's more than we can get into in this video specifically, but that's where the book outlines it step by step, as well as our accelerator training, which really puts it into action. So if you are a doc out there that would like to stabilize your revenue for future growth, if you feel like you've been on the hamster wheel or the roller coaster each and every month starting at zero, and you would like that to change, you can. But you have to take steps, and the first step is to understand the strategy to implement, and we lay out that entire strategy in the Payday Practice. So a book is an easy place to start. We will even hook you up. You're part of our audience. If you want a digital copy, we'll give it to you for free. You can head over to thepaydaypractice.com. Or if you want to go one level up, we would love it if you picked up a paperback version. That also gives you the chance to write on it, take the notes, do all that kind of stuff. I think Jason does as well. We love paperback versions of books, and you can pick up any either at Amazon, as well as a Kindle version is also available on Amazon, making sure I got all of the options there. So we're super excited about the book. The feedback's been awesome, and we're looking forward to it changing practices. We've already seen the inklings and seeds of that being planted, even though it was released just a few weeks ago. We've been talking with some chiropractic influencers as well as non-chiropractic influencers on ways that this can be implemented into their practice, and the seeds of them building their payday practice are starting. So if you would like to get on that, get off the roller coaster, get on the train, you can do so by grabbing the Payday Practice. And this has been another awesome episode of the Smart Chiropractor Show. So thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. If you haven't enabled notifications, if you're checking this out on social media, please do so. That way you won't miss any future episodes. If you want to check it all out, or you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That enables you not to miss anything. We have some awesome stuff coming up, YouTube specific. We'll get to that on future and subsequent episodes. But thanks for being a chiropractor. Thank you for listening and watching this show. Take some action, have some fun. If you have questions, reach out to us or our team. And on behalf of Jason and our entire team, we will see you next week. Have a great one. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching this video on the Smart Chiropractor. To not miss a single thing that's clinically oriented, marketing oriented, or more, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel today.